Alright, let's be real for a sec. You're sitting there staring at a blinking cursor, maybe sipping some lukewarm coffee, and Slack is probably pinging in the background like a broken record. Sound familiar? If you're a founder, a marketer, or anyone who needs to get people excited about what you do, you know the drill. Most of us burn solid half hour, sometimes even an hour, just trying to figure out what to say. We agonize over every word, trying to craft that perfect message that'll actually cut through the noise and resonate with our audience. It's a struggle, right? Well, today is the day we put an end to that. I'm not just going to give you some vague advice. I'm handling you a 5 minute, 4 sentence framework that you can literally repeat anytime you need a copy that sells. And I mean sells. No fluff, no fancy expensive software you need to learn, no convoluted theories, just a scrap of paper, maybe a pen, and the timer on your phone. We're going to make this ridiculously simple, incredibly effective, and dare I say, a little bit fun. And just a quick note, guys. I know you see this channel doesn't have that many subscribers or views because it's new. After years of working in different marketing teams, I just decided to have my own channel. I'm trying to learn more day by day and also help you grab some of my experience in this journey. Thank you for viewing and subscribing. It helps me a lot. Now, there's a sobering statistic that might just make you sit up a little straighter. A whopping 73% of visitors actually leave a sales page after reading only the first 22 words. 73%. Think about that. That means you've got about as long as it takes to take a deep breath, maybe 2 or 3 seconds, to truly grab someone's attention in that tiny window. You need to win the click, secure the sign up, or seal the deal. It's a brutal reality of digital world, but it's also an incredible opportunity if you know how to leverage it. So, the pressure is on, but don't sweat it. First things first, let's talk about pain, not your pain, though we all have it, but your prospect's pain. Your absolute first job is to name the core problem, nagging headache, the frustrating struggle that your ideal customer is already feeling. And here's the kicker. You don't need to using their own words. This isn't without you think their problems is. It's about echoing what they're saying, thinking, and feeling. So, how do you find those magic words? It's easier than you think. Don't just guess. Pop open Reddit and dive into relevant subreddits. Come through Amazon reviews or for products similar to yours or even competitors. Or even better, review your last 5 customer emails or support tickets. What phrases show up repeatedly? What complaints do you see again and again? Swipe those exact phrases. Seriously copy and paste them. A great way to frame this internally is to write, I'm so tired of, and then fill in that blank with their exact sentiment. Keep it up to powerful sentence, ideally 12 words max, and absolutely zero jargon. We're aiming for crystal clarity, not corporate speak. Let's say you sell a time tracking app for freelancers. Instead of saying, our software optimizes resource allocation, you might find your customers constantly saying things like, I'm so tired of billing clients blindly and eating the extra hours. Seeing the difference? Why? Because when readers see their own headache, their own frustration mirrored back to them in a language that they understand and use, they instantly feel seen. All right, you've hit them with their pain. Now it's time to offer the sweet relief. Second, you need to state the single, undeniable outcome your product or service guarantees. Notice I said outcomes, not features. We're not listing specs here. This isn't about what your product does. The after state, what it looks after they've used it. Think about it. People don't buy drills because they want a drill. They buy drills because they want a hole. What's the hole your product creates? Use active words and paint pictures of tangible finish line. Ask yourself, after they use this, what can they do with it? Say it's done, solved, or achieved. Let's stick with our time tracking app example. Instead of a list of features like AI-powered tracking, seamless integrations, type pricing, your solution might read, track every minute automatically, and send crystal clear invoices in one click. Powerful, right? We didn't mention the AI, the integrations, or the pricing tiers. We simply promise what their pain is gone and desirable outcome is achieved. You're giving them the direct benefits, the transformation, without any unnecessary noise. Okay, you've identified their pain and you've promised a solution. But let's be honest, everyone promises the moon these days. That's why the third step is absolutely crucial. You need to give one credible nugget that proves your promise is real. This isn't the time for flowery language or vague claims. Numbers, hard data, and genuine experience beat adjectives every single time. They build trust. Pick either a compelling statistic, a clear time frame, or a micro testimonial, something that squashes doubt without sounding like hype. For our time tracking app, you might say, folks using this collect an average 11% more revenue for first month. That's specific, measurable, and it directly addresses the financial. What if you don't have hard data or impressive stats yet? No problem. Go to happy data user and early adopter. A short, impactful code can be incredibly effective. Something like, thanks to this, I finally closed the laptop at 5 and had dinner with my family. That's relatable. It's emotional and positive change. The key here is to aim for believable, not blockbuster. Authenticity is better than exaggeration. And you can give them something concrete they can hold into. This is your chance. Show, not just tell. We're almost there. The final piece of the puzzle is the call to action or CTA. Fourth, you need to tell them the single specific action to take right now and crucially why it's urgent. You want them to do one thing and one thing only. A great CTA is concise and compelling. For our time tracking app, it could be start your free 40-day trial before the next invoice goes out. Let's break down. It's one verb, start, one clear benefit, your free 40-day trial, and one powerful time case before the next invoice goes out. It's the deadline lives in their calendar, not yours. They know when their invoices are due, and the thought of getting ahead of that or avoiding the pain of the next one feels incredibly relevant and motivating. It's not an artificial limited time offer. It's tapping into their existing workflow and their desire for immediate relief. Remember, a strong CTA moves people from interest to action. It's a bridge between understanding and doing. Keep it focused, keep it beneficial, and keep it urgent. Done. All right, let's hear these 4 sentences aloud. Imagine them as opening lines of an ad or an email or a landing page. So, problem. I'm so tired of billing clients blindly and eating the extra hours. Solution. Track every minute automatically and send crystal clear invoices in one click. Proof. Folks using this collect an average 11% more revenue the first month. And CTA, start your free 40-day trial before the next invoice goes out. That, my friend, is a complete conversion-ready message. It's succinct, it's impactful, and it addresses the core elements of persuasion. You can paste that into a Facebook ad, use it as an email header, fire it off in an SMS blast, or make it the hero section of your landing page. The total word count for that example, 41 words. And the assembly time, if you follow this framework, you're looking at about 4 minutes. Pretty powerful for such a small investment, right? Hey, if this little framework just saved your 30 minutes or more of head scratching and staring blankly at your screen, then do me a huge favor. Hit that subscribe button, and better yet, drop 5 in comments below so I know you actually beat the timer and crafted your own 4 inner. I'd love to see what comes up with you. Now, here's where it gets really fun and flexible. This isn't a rigid formula. You must follow in that exact order every single time. The beauty of this framework is its adaptability. You can swap the order of these 4 sentences for different moods, different audiences, and different objectives. For instance, if you're dealing with a skeptical audience or entering a market where trust is low, you might want to lead with proof. Starting strong with a verifiable claim can immediately build credibility. So it could look like 11% revenue bump in 30 days. Track every minute automatically, stop billing blindly, and start your free trial tonight. See how it shifts to emphasis? This grabs attention with a strong, undeniable result right up front. Or maybe you have a limited time offer, a product launch with a scare inventory, or a webinar with limited seats. In that case, you might open directly the CTA to create immediate urgency, sometimes like only 12 seats left. Stop billing blindly tonight with our new time tracker, proven to boost revenue 11%. This variation leverages scarcity and prompts quick action, making sure people know they need to move fast. The core message remains the same. It's just a sequence that changes, creating a fresh hook and a different feel. This flexibility is incredibly powerful. My advice, don't just pick one and stick with it. Test two variations against each other. Use a free tool like Google Optimize or simple A and B split test. Spend 50% of your traffic on one and 50% on another. This quick testing loop is how you continuously refine and optimize your messages for maximum impact. Okay, so you've got your 4-sentence powerhouse message, but different platforms have different rules, different character limits, and different user expectations. The good news is because your message is so lean and mean, it's incredibly adaptable. One platform like Twitter, where brevity is king, you'll want to cut each sentence in half, or even more. Each part of your message becomes a micro statement. For example, tired of unpaid hours, auto track time, boost revenue 11%, try free today. It's punchy, it's direct, and it gets the core message across in minimal characters. Instagram stories offer a fantastic opportunity for interactive engagement. You can break down your messages visually. Maybe the first story frame asks a question with a poll sticker, overbilling clients with yes or no option. Then the next frame reveals the solution and the proof, followed by swipe up CTA. This makes the message feel less like an ad and more like a conversation. For email subject lines, you might see just one of your sentences, often sentence 2, the solution, or sentence 3, the proof, because they're benefit-driven and intriguing. Send crystal clear invoices in 1 click or 11% more revenue in 30 days. These grab attention in a crowded inbox and invite the open. The framework travels everywhere because it's bone simple and focused on the core psychological triggers. It forces you to distill your value down to its sentence, making it easy to repurpose for any channel. This isn't just about writing. It's about strategic communication that respects the audience and the media. So, there are some common traps. Even with a killer framework, there are a few common pitfalls that can derail your efforts. Let's make sure you avoid them. First, don't cram multiple pains or multiple CTAs into one. This is a huge one. When you try to address 3 different problems or offer 5 different actions, you create what's called choice paralysis. Readers get overwhelmed, confused, and ultimately do nothing. Stick to one core pain, one clear solution, and one single action. Simplicity is your superpower here. Second, avoid superlatives like world-class, revolutionary, game-changing, or industry-leading. Seriously, just cross them out. Everyone says the product is the best. You should not do that like that. And concrete numbers and real results are far more convincing than empty adjectives. Let your results speak for themselves. Third, never ever finish without a deadline or a clear sentence of urgency. Urgency is the silent gear that moves people from passive interest to active decision. Making without it, even the most compelling message can fall because there's no reason to act now. If you don't provide a compelling reason to act, people will naturally procrastinate. They bookmark it, tell themselves, I have time, and just leave it there. So finally, and this might be the most important trap to avoid, don't guess at the pain. This loops back to section 1. If you haven't talked to a customer, listened to a sales call, or read a customer review this week, then spend minute 0 of your 5 minutes doing exactly that before you write anything. Your message will only resonate if it's rooted in the real-world experiences and language of your audience. Guessing is a waste of time, guys, and leads to messages that fall flat. Always start with empathy and genuine understanding. So, there you have it. 4 sentences, 5 minutes, and truly endless uses. Go fix that blinking cursor. You've got this.